Hey everyone, so this is lesson 7, level 7, choosing our own adventure by implementing algorithms to solve problems involving 2D arrays. So let's look at the document summaries. And so the idea is we have these sentences. It's a 2D array of sentences. And you'll notice that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But that only has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So here's, I think, a first example of a two-dimensional array where the rows have different columns in it. So this is probably why well, we'll see when we get down and make our loops to traverse this array. And so what we want to do is in the text processor, we want to, I'm probably going to need this document text. I'm going to copy that puppy right now while I'm there. And we're going to traverse that 2D array. And we're going to count and return the number of words in the document text that have the same length as the target length and has the same, starts with the same letter that it starts with. And so this is, since we are going to return a count, I'm going to declare an integer and I'll call it count. And I'll set it equal to 0 to start with. And so I want to go for, we're just going to go across the rows, int row equals 0. Row is less than the document text dot length. So there are 4 rows in this because there are 4 arrays. It's the columns that get tricky because each column has a different length. And so now let's go to for int column equals 0. And this is where we go column is less than the document text, but not at row, not at 0, at whatever row I am currently in. And I will go dot length. If you put a 0 in here, you'll get an out of bounds exception error because it will try to get an element from the array that is past the end of the array. And I want to increment that as we go. And so if I'm going to to make it easier, I'm going to declare a string variable called word. And that is going to be equal to the document text at whatever row I am in and whatever column I am in. It's just going to make the next step easier. So if word dot length, and I need to put parentheses at the end of that because it's not an array, is double equal to the target length and if the word dot index of target starts with, not target word, starts with equals 0, if that's the case, we want to increment the count by 1. And then I want to return the count at the end. Seems pretty good. And so we want to call this count number of words and in the text runner. So let's go here and let's go document dot count num words. And I want something maybe with a length of 3 and something that starts with an F. How about that? And we want to print this out, so I will go system.out.print println. Let's see what happens. Oh, you guys didn't say anything. I forgot my semicolon there. Now let's give this a try and see what happens. And there's one. So there's one word with a length of 3 that starts with the letter F. Fox. Fox. So let's do 2. Starts with a T. Now, I don't know if it's going to... If I was going to do this, I'd probably turn everything to lowercase letters before I started counting. But let's see how many start with T, and we'll use 3 again. So, and see what shows up. 5. So there are 5 of them. So there's 1, 2. Oh no, I want 3 of them. So it must have counted to those. So anyway, that's that, kids. Oh, let's run the test.